So nice to see you all. Yep, here we go, Melissa. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, sorry. I just tried to do the second window screen
Nice.
up, but
Perfect. You have
it's
a
not
new monitor.
working.
Do you?
Yeah.
Amazing. How have you been since last week?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Long days, but was it your birthday,
On
Jonas?
Sunday it was actually. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Or
Yeah.
belated birthday.
It's fine. It was such a nice day. I went swimming, cake, everything. Yeah.
Super nice. Happy birthday, dude.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already gave
wait, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I gotta head off to New York City in rush hour traffic for her ABBA tribute rehearsal. But I hope you guys have a great sesh.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
See you. Okay, yeah. Robbie, I texted you a message. We have a one-on-one then this week sometime. Okay, cool. And are your cameras still on, guys? Or Gift? Do I pronounce your name correctly? Is it Gift?
Yeah, my name is Gift. Yeah, Gift is fine. So.
Yeah, we were writing. Yeah, you're from Cape Town, South Africa, right?
I'm going to join you guys face to face now.
Yeah, no worries. So, like, what we're going to do today, Melissa is editing a wedding film that we've already started to edit last week, and we've come pretty far on that. So we were... Yeah, again, okay. I don't know what's up with the connection, but we've been editing a wedding film last week, and we set up the whole project in Premiere Pro, and then we have been going through shortening all of the materials, and we've been doing that through setting like in and out points on the material so that we don't need to edit all of the footage. Because in Premiere Pro, we can like select in and out points. We select a piece of content, and then we have like, instead of the 1 hour recording, we can just select like a very short piece that we need, set in and out by pressing I and O on the keyboard, and then we can just select the relevant stuff into the project timeline. And that will save us ages when we then edit the film, because we can get rid of all of that stuff nobody wants to see. And like another good idea is like, when you're editing the films, you always think like, well, maybe I need it. And everything that is like a maybe, I will just get rid of immediately. So that like, you don't have any maybes in your timeline, because that will just cost you so much time and energy. And like, the quicker you get rid of all the things that is like a maybe or like a bit wishy-washy, the better. Because then you will like have less time spent with, or you have more energy and focus on the things that actually matter. And you kind of feel like the shots that are important, especially when you shot it on scene in person. You can get like a feeling, well, that was actually nice. So you can just skip like straight through that and then capture that. Another thing, I think, when like talking about shooting your own materials, it is sometimes when you shot like a long film, really difficult, because you've been on set, you've seen how it's like in real life, and then you're like a bit like too emotionally attached to the scenes, and you're not neutral. So it can be nice to have like just a second person sitting with you, a friend, who's like, hey, let's watch that together. Does that convey any of the information we need? Yes, no, maybe? Then it's a no. And then it's just nice to edit with a friend sometimes. Like, even if it's, yeah, your brother or something, just say, hey, look at that scene. You think it's any good? And then like, yeah. So, do you have any questions?
I'm just...
Yeah, so we could just, jump straight to Melissa's timeline and maybe like either I give a short introduction to Premiere Pro, if you would like to have that, or Melissa, if you feel like you could just give like a summary of what we've learned, and or if not, we do it together. But if you share your screen, we can like all watch the material we edited.
Yeah, I'm just trying to wait.
Which is already looking really nicely. Actually, we also added some music from Epidemic Sound. Like, you can use any music you want, but like if you plan to publish it, it is clever to work with royalty-free music, because then you end up owning all of the rights. And something we don't want is to use like a chart song and then publish it somewhere where we get like problems with the licensing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I share my screen. No, it's asking questions. Fensterfreigabe erlauben, Bildschirmfreigabe erlauben. Where's the difference? You know that?
Yeah, like if you press like share the whole screen, gesamter Bildschirm freigeben, then it should pop up.
But I would like to share the other one. Like I connected the green, but it's not. It's showing you the small one, right? Like the from the laptop.
But I think then you could just like take the window to the other monitor, and then it should work. If you, yeah.
Wait, let me see.
I think if you, because I also have two monitors, and like, yeah, just push the Google Meet to the big monitor that you want to screen, and then press the share thing.
Okay.
And in the meanwhile, you other guys, do you have like something we could like solve? Like a short question, anything that pops your mind around filmmaking, making your first film, or anything that bugs you?
Now you can see it, right?
If not, think about it, and you can like just comment it by sending a message here in the chat, and then we get back later. If something pops up, any question. Yep. Yeah, Irina, we've been already also working in Premiere Pro, right? So you're familiar with that?
Me?
Yes, we've been working in Premiere Pro, right? As far as I remember. No?
I don't know.
Okay. What have you been editing in your...
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci, okay. Yeah. But DaVinci in Premiere Pro is really, really similar. Any program, in fact, is the same. You have a bunch of video material that is raw. You have the raw footage. And then you have like the timeline, which is the, yeah, when you would have like an editing table, when you still had like film, you know, the film stripes, it would be like a proper table where you cut and slice the film material. So you have the stripes, and then you really go with like a razor blade and like chop it off. And then you just had one shot. Gladly today we have like the digital age, so we can make like infinite cuts to our footage, which is an advantage because we can like redo and rework the same footage again and again. But it also leads to a bit of laziness with the decisions we make. So something that's nice is to think when we cut that it's the only cut we can do. It's the same when you have like an analog photography camera and you have just 24 frames to shoot. You have just more attention on the image you want to create. Maybe then you spend more time with the framing or with the settings. And with a digital camera, you just shoot, shoot, shoot because it's infinite. So that is pro and cons. None is like both great options, but I think like just being aware that the decisions you make in the editing program have an effect and you want them to matter, it's just a nice mindset to have. Yeah, and then in any program, there's also like the preview screen, which is like here where it's written Lena and Julian, and any editing program can color grade, any program can add some basic titles, so it really does not matter, it's a preference thing. the programs that are out there that are like the most important ones is Final Cut Pro by Mac, then we have Premiere Pro by Adobe, and we have DaVinci Resolve by Blackmagic Design. And it's really like Sony or Samsung, it's just brands making the same thing. CapCut might also be something which is nice for mobile editing, but you can choose any program. It does not matter. I edit on all programs. So depending on who I work with, when I know that I want to color grade, I probably would work with DaVinci Resolve because it's just a color grading company that made the program. So it's more like advanced on the grading. Premiere Pro is great for having like multiple projects because it is like you can be very clear in your structure. So maybe have like, yeah, you want to do a YouTube series of like a lot of different projects, but let's not get hung up on the program because any program works. That's what I want to say. Yeah. And if you want, you could just play the movie that we've made last time so far. Maybe that's a nice.
Yeah, you can't hear music, right? That's a little bit.
No, but you could like export the film and then send it to me via retransfer later, so that, yeah, but just play it and then.
Okay.
The camera battery is about 1 bit.
It's very slow in
the preview.
Yeah.
Something that you can do is to render it before.
No, I mean on the other screen, like the screen I'm showing you, it's very slow. In the normal, like my Premiere Pro is normal.
Okay, so
you know what I mean?
The preview on your own monitor is slow, or our Google Meet.
Google Meet, I think. Or do you see it normal, like in a normal speed?
I think it's fine, actually. Yeah, because we can imagine that. But just play it again from the beginning, maybe. Yeah. So we added like a title, which is the graphic that you see in the editing timeline, the purple one. That's Lena and Julia. We have a sound file, which is from Epidemic Sound, and audio file, which is on the A3 sound layer. And we follow kind of the wedding from the beginning to the end in like a short trailer format, I would say.
Yeah, this is what has to be edited as well, because these scenes are too long.
Yeah, especially this one. Like, my first question would be about the intention for this film. Like, where will we show it, for example? Will it be something that they show at home? Will it be something they share on social media? What would you think?
Both.
Yeah. So I could easily imagine that style of filmmaking to be like a whole film, right? Because what you've been doing right now, it was very brave because you had a photo shoot actually, right? And then you said to them, hey, I want to work with film. Is it okay for you if I just add like a short film? And that way you could like experiment without having fear of failure, and you could just like explore how it's like to transform the photography into a moving image. And the way you shot it right now, you could easily make like a 20-minute documentary even. You just need more footage.
Mm-hmm.
And like also what I think is incredible is like you have a very low shooting ratio. So almost all of the things we've shot ended up actually in the film. which is great
Yeah.
because that's the way you would love to do it, because then you don't need to waste so much time like sifting through things you don't need. So all we need to do now is actually to go through the scenes from scene to scene and see like where are some things that are like maybe not necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it was the part with the, oh, no, I'm using the other screen, right? It's a little bit slow, sorry. Like this kind of part, like from the beginning here. I don't know, wait, with the guitar. I don't know, something has to go, I think. It's too long. Oh, we wanted to zoom in, something like that, maybe. So that we have different views.
I think we could have all of the effects in the last moment. So the way we want to structure it is first have like a rough cut. And then all the things like color grading, sound, effects, zoom in, we do like in the last layer. We really want to think of it like waves. So first we have like a lot of raw footage, and then the first wave comes, we like get rid of it. The second wave would be maybe to do a bit of a, like add some audio to it. Because the audio gives like a lot of atmosphere and mood. So we kind of set like a tone for what the film feels like. And then the third wave is maybe like get rid of more footage so that it's like more shortened where we are now. So now we want just to go scene to scene and just, yeah, play it maybe. I think that's already pretty short actually.
Yeah.
And what I would do now is I would like, if you go back to the beginning, you press play. And then when you think there should be the cut, you press like M for marker. So we make a marker. Can you select the timeline and press M?
Oh yeah, wait.
Yeah.
And then this happens, yeah.
Exactly. And then I would do that again, go to the beginning. And then play it. And then boom. And then if you do that 2 or 3 times, you figure out the ideal cut. Because it will be kind of like at the same position at some point. So you have like 2 or 3 markers that are very close to each other. And then you're like,
Can you remove them as well?
Yes,
like...
you can select them and delete them. By right click and delete for sure. And then...
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No. You have to go on there, on the marker?
Yeah. Entfernen. Yeah, like remove selected marker.
Ah, here. I was searching for English. Remove. Okay, yeah. Alles klar. Okay, yeah. But the sound, because you can't hear the sound, so this is quite good because first it's very slow until here, when the people will like, when you see the people, the music gets a little bit more hectic.
Yes.
So first it's like very, yeah, I don't know, like just a melody, like a slow melody, and then it's like happy. I don't know, a happy sound.
And how would you translate that into the editing?
First you can see the scenery, so it's like kind of quiet because nobody is there yet. And then, you know, the guests are there, so it's happy and the mood starts to awaken. I don't know.
Would that be then faster or slower editing?
Faster.
So we could create more markers at that point.
Why that? Like, I mean, what do you mean?
So, like, when you have the intention that at that point there should be like a more dynamic editing, then the process we're having right now, we are setting the pacing for the editing by adding the markers.
Mm-hmm.
So we go from the beginning to the end, and wherever we feel like there should be a cut, we make the marker.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the next wave we're doing. We add like the markers. Right?
Yes. Wait. So, because I removed the other ones. Why are here some markers, or why some markers are here? Like that?
Because they are just different previews. So you have the timeline where you can set markers. Yeah, think of it like having a pin board, and there you can add some, post-its, and then you have a second pin board where you also can add post-its.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how can I get here? And where can, like, you know what I mean? No?
You've already done it. You can do it. You just need to press like M.
Yeah, I know that, but then the marker gets here. But why, like, I mean, why was it there last time? Because I just pressed M. You know what I mean? Do I have to press here?
Yeah, like, do you see the blue framing? Yeah. The blue framing indicates that you have selected one of the different working places.
Yeah.
And then when we select the editing timeline, the Schnitt thing.
Oh, now I get it.
Exactly.
Like the blue
so it's just like
outline,
a
right?
hover.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just, yeah. I just wanted to know. Okay, so I started now, and then I think, I press M where I think I need a cut, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, a little bit. That's very. Yeah, you have to do it more often, I guess, because you have to feel it, right?
Actually, I think you're already doing it great. It's just like, a bit of a musical thing, like, or even like, you just wait for it, like, boom. And then you do it another time. Boom, here it should be. And like, funnily enough, it usually happens to be also where like like when you listen to the song, then there's like the peaks in the audio, right? So sometimes you have like a bass maybe, and then it goes a bit like up. You could even do it.
Yeah, wait. Because the music is slower here somewhere. I don't know where it started. Like somewhere there.
Guys, do you have questions so far around that whole process of editing? Irina, how do you feel?
I think it's clear.
Yeah. Gift, what about you?
I was just curious because I remember the last time as I was listening, she was trying to determine the musicality in the beginning. She explained that it's nice and soft, and then she said there would be a transition because of the tempo. I know you were about to explain something with the sound, right? And you're explaining the graph thing. Sometimes when there's a bass, you can see that it's a bit high. Can one then, I've never edited with this software, but I mean, I'm trying to think CapCut in this regard. Does it mean that if you look at your sound, right, maybe the bars that goes up and down, and you look at your visuals, and you want to, I know with the markings, I'm trying to understand what you explained there, but if you want to synchronize, can you use your sound bar as a guide where you would have, based on your movement or whatever, where you want to have tempo, then you can put your visuals there? Would that be a technique, I guess?
Absolutely, great question. So it depends on what you're editing. If you're editing like a short form content piece, I would take the audio line as a guideline and as a recurring red thread for the editing. Because the music will be very dominant in the content piece. Think of like a trailer, for example. It will be like dung, 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 dung. So we can easily use the audio as a cutting reference. But let's say we maybe go for like a narrative film. Then the audio is useless because we want also to have an emphasis on the characters. Maybe we need like a pause sometimes when somebody has an interview, for example. Maybe we want to give them like a bit of a silence. And then like it would be not advisable to just cut that off and focus on the audio. So it is like a mix of many things. When we have the music be kind of the narration, we can go for the cut.
So in a narration, if it was parted, but if it was a narration, long form narration, would you then say, obviously you won't depend so much on the music because the character or the story needs to guide you. What would you then use as your base?
Yes.
Would you just read the script? How would you then determine sonically what are you going to use?
Yeah, and this is where that idea of like watching the scene a couple of times and having your stomach decide where it goes comes in handy. So if you are not listening the audio anyway, so Melissa, we could just like play a scene and edit like really like exercises together. Would you just like to press play now?
Oh, from the beginning or here somewhere?
Anywhere, like we can go here, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or you can press E for in. Can you make an in marker? I. If you press I on the, yes, perfect. Now we created like a in point and now we can like go back to it. So if you now press play, boom. Boom, I would go out here. Right? And then we can just watch this like 2 or 3 times. So if you press pause now. And then we go to the same marker again, to the blue beginning.
You have to do no, right?
Yeah, just go here, yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't want to do something.
You can just press a bit next to it, like.
Oh, yeah.
And then we press play again. Boom. I think that is a perfect cut you're already having at that scene. Does it make sense to you? So what we're doing is we're like rewatching the scene a couple of times and like select kind of where we decide from the intention, okay, here it's enough. Otherwise it's getting boring. So we've seen the scene, it does not add another information. It's good, we can make a cut.
But this is quite heavy here because it's very monotone, I don't know, like an up and down, but so many scenes. So it's like always when the next scene comes, it's like, I don't know, verschoben. I don't know what the English word is.
Like a bit off.
Delayed or something, yeah. A little bit off, so you see something and you hear something, and then it's like, wait, like you get confused if it's before that or after that, kind of.
Not every time you have like a beat, you need to make a cut. It can be nice to have a bit of a variety in the cuts you make. It is okay to have a scene be just there for some time. Like not every time there's a beat, there needs to be a cut. So
yeah, makes sense.
a third layer we need to have in mind is the people who are watching it. So it's like a couple, it's their wedding. So they want to see themselves a bit. They want to have the scenes take time. They want to explore it. And again, Gift, going back to your question, like when you add it to the beat, when you add it to the rhythm of the footage itself, in this case, I would suggest to add it to the beat. Because the video material is kind of
the narrator, the story.
Yeah, it follows kind of the same
thing.
We're like in a forest, they're having a marriage. It's okay, we get the point. So we can easily get to the beat because they don't want to be a bit like, rhythmical with the...
Got you.
Yeah.
Wait. Abbrechen. Here it gets slower. So maybe it's time for a new scene, kind of, like, I don't know.
Let's watch it from the beginning. The most important thing for a video editor is to be able to rewatch the same thing again and again without getting bored and still have it like seen in new eyes, kind of. So let's do that.
Yeah, this is quite good.
Yeah. This one is a bit long, but it's...
Now it's low. Like, quiet more. Like, more quiet. This is quite good. Like, this, the music and the scenes. Wait.
I do have an idea, but first I would really like to hear your ideas, guys. How does the story work for you? Like, which parts could we like need to change, or is it already at a point where we're happy? What are your thoughts?
Can I say?
Yes.
Sure.
Please.
I think that the shot where the couple is sitting on the chairs and then the guy is playing the guitar, I feel like it's kind of a bit long, but I don't hear the sound, so I don't really understand what is really going on. So maybe if like shorten that shot a little bit, maybe that would help. But otherwise, I think it's good.
Yeah, that was the plan to cut it. Yeah. But I don't know if you still do some photos, like.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's
I didn't get the time to edit them.
Don't worry.
Because I had.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. So yeah, Melissa had the idea last week that we added kind of like short photos in it because she took a lot of photos and that way we could stretch the edit a bit and have like give more impressions and have it with like with the sound of a camera maybe, right? So we could use that as like an interlude between other scenes. Because I also feel like that the scene in the forest, we could like inject some scenes between them to kind of have a more variety in the editing, because now it's like forest, then it's like dinner, and like mixing them together could lead to a more rich experience of the whole thing. So between the two guys or the two guitar scenes, we could inject like either the drone shot of the restaurant, one of them, or like a couple of photos. And that way we have like, you know, broken the narration to have like just the whole space be seen. So, okay, here's the wedding, and then at the same time they're having the dinner, and then people are taking photos and having fun, so we mix it up. That would be my idea.
But yeah, sorry. And because I took the photos while the ceremony was going on, so I don't have video material for that.
Yeah.
So that was the idea, to when they sit there and everything, that the pictures of the ceremony come in.
Yeah.
You know, that you get the whole wedding and not just that they just sit there, right?
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
So I just have to edit them because I had the second wedding on Saturday, so I'm a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. It's, could we just use some of the unedited photos as a placeholder?
Oh wait, I maybe I have. I mean, I already gave them a few, so let me just check. This was already added. Wait 1 second. I have this one. And wait. And this one. Oh, wait. No, the other ones are from other stuff. I still have to edit them when they kiss and stuff, you know.
But they look great. We can absolutely use them now for the video. We can still replace the photos. For now, I would just like.
But in black and white or just the color, right?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like using black and white or color is a super important decision, because you also want to have a reason sometimes why you choose black and white. What does it add to the film you're making? And it can also be a stylistical decision where you just like want to separate contents. For this one, I would actually go for color, because there's no reason to break it into black and white.
Makes sense.
But just in this piece, because then we're like having this short interrupt of color. So we're watching the film, and then all of a sudden it's like black and white, and we're like, why? This would be my idea, like why I would go for color, because it would just add like an unnecessary disruption, or like a.
So, and now, because I'm still a little bit slow with the process of, wait, let me just they have to go into
Yeah, this is also
yes.
great. Melissa, would you like to explain to the others like how we set up the folder structure? In which sense?
Yes, sure. So I have one folder. So I named the folder like that I can, was heißt zuordnen? Yeah, with the name of the couple or like wedding. Hochzeit means wedding. So then you have like, okay, this is for photography. So I have all the footage for video. This is Lightroom. So we have a folder of film project. So then there's all the footage we have.
And footage means?
All the videos.
Video material, yeah.
Yeah, video material.
Yeah.
Then we have like a folder with the project itself. So it's the Premiere Pro editing, I guess.
Which would be the same for Final Cut or DaVinci, anything.
Yeah.
It's just a project file because please.
And then it's the assets. What does assets mean again? Like
Assets would be like anything that you add to it so you have
music, for
archive
example.
of things like titles or music, sound effects, LUTs, anything that is like in your backpack to make the film better.
Mm-hmm.
So footage is all of the photos, films you shot. Project is kind of the technical editing file that is very lightweight, so it does not have a lot of megabyte or gigabyte. It's just the program deciding what you have worked on and then making like little notes. Okay, so Melissa put the file in and then she shortened it a bit. She added like a grading to it. These informations are stored inside the project file. Right?
Yeah.
And then you have like audio effects, anything that you want to add, like maybe you download from YouTube like a video that you want to have as an overlay, like a vintage grain or something, and then you have an asset folder for that.
Yeah, we tried this last time. Like here's the overlay we had. Like it's kind of a vintage overlay, or it was one, but I decided I don't want it.
Absolutely, and then that's perfect.
So it's the same structure here as well. So we did it last time. So now I have to go into footage and put it in, right? Like still.
Yeah, absolutely. You could create like either like an extra folder or which is then photographs, or you just put it in. Like
okay, so I did it now.
We have a small project. That means we can be a bit more generous in our organization. When we would work with like maybe a 20-minute wedding film and you have like multiple locations or something or days, then you would maybe like to have subfolders. You'd be like, okay, day 1, day 2, day 3. But this way we can just have footage and we will survive with 2 photos in that.
Yeah, I will have a little bit more, maybe, I don't know how it fits in here then.
But when you work on big or longer formats, then the more time you spend organizing the files, the more fun you have editing them. Because then you are like, oh, okay, this scene, yeah. And then when you waste like 2 hours looking for the file, like your creative process is just blocked. But when you know like kind of, oh, okay, the scene is in that folder, right? I put it there and you just need like 10 seconds to find it. You can have so much fun editing the whole thing. So the organization kind of is, I know it's hard with organizing files. It's just so digitalized and you have 10,000 tools and and 10 hard drives. And then you can't store all of your things on one hard drive because you have, the data grows. I mean, I have like a 64 terabyte hard drive and like I still get lost. So there will not come an end really. It's, But what happens to be nice is to have like then it in a time organization. So just have every year like a folder, throw the data in, and then even months. So you have like 2025 January, and then you have all the projects in there. And then, so even if you're like messy, then in February, like March is saved kind of. so that, does it make sense to you? You
Yes.
organize your files by years and months. That would help me kind of a bit. Yeah. But everybody struggles with that. File organization is, yeah.
You get lost. I try to find a spot where we can put them in, like somewhere here, right? Like, wait.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, but where would you put it?
I would put them in here. So I can drag them?
Perfect, yeah.
But above that?
You want to make sure to have them above them, because otherwise you will override the old footage. And then we have multiple video layers. We have video 1, video 2, video 3. And it is nice to set yourself some rules, what kind of content you put on which layer. So we could decide now that video 2 is for the photographs.
Yep, okay.
And then the video 1 is for the main camera. And for example, let's say we would edit a documentary film, and we have like interviews, and we have like B-roll, which is like just maybe like a shot of the hand of the person talking that we could like cut together. And then we have a third layer, which is like explaining what the person, or like showing what the person explains in the documentary. She's talking about horse riding, and then we have like a video of a horse. And then we have video layer 1 for the interview, the sound and her face. Video 2 for like her hands, maybe when we want to make a cut in a scene. For example, she stutters maybe for 2 minutes, and we cut that, and then we can put her hands over that to have like a smooth transition. And then video 3, we show what she's talking about. And that way we organize kind of every video 1 is an interview of her talking. Every video 2 is like a B-roll that kind of is like a transitional thing for when we want to make a cut. And video 3 where we can show scenes of the thing actually happening. That's just an idea how you could structure or make use of that many layers, which is great to have inside Premiere Pro and DaVinci, probably also CapCut to some extent. But with CapCut and these mobile apps, you just get quickly lost in bigger projects. So they're great if you want to edit something short and they're faster, but when you're editing like a longer film, I think it's nice to sit on a computer and just have time to work with a program. Yeah, that was a long slip away from where we are, and we are at the editing. So please, Melissa.
Yeah, I need more photos because there was the sound slower, so that was good for this scene. And yeah, I can wait. I just play it so that you can see maybe. But it's still too long with the guitar.
Don't worry, we can fix it all. I have an idea, like you could really quickly just export the video. If you did you already export a video in Premiere Pro? You can, next to Bearbeiten, you have Exportieren, and there you press. But first, first we need
like this one?
No. First, another thing, we need to make sure that the in and out points are where they should be. So straight at the beginning. So we go to the beginning of the film, and then we press E for input.
Okay.
And then we want also to make sure that the output is at the right spot.
Oh wait, why is it so slow now?
You could also just press the mouse wheel, like.
What? It's a little bit, sorry.
No, don't worry. You could also zoom
So
a bit
until here,
out.
right? No, wait.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. Yeah. Here we go. Yep. And then.
Right.
Yeah.
Out now. Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we go to.
Exportieren.
Yeah.
Export.
Yeah. Exportieren. Yeah. And then we want to choose a folder inside of our folder structure, which is, I think the easiest way is, first you open the Finder and we go to your folder structure where you have the footage assets project thing.
Right.
Yep. Yep. And then we create a new folder which is called Final. Perfect. Yeah. And we select that folder inside the. It's in German now, but like in English it would be like place of delivery of the file, or like.
This one,
yeah,
Speicher.
Storage location.
So it's the name, right? No, wait.
I would call it just, edit or like Schnitt version 1. Yeah, version 1.
Yep. Wait, where can I?
No, go away from that. And then I think it's next
Yeah,
to
this.
that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then Final. Perfect.
What is with this? Is it right?
We can get to that. So first press Sichern, save. Yeah, and then we have like a bunch of different formats. Yep, you can press on the format H.264. No, not that one. Go below.
Oh, format.
I will just.
Yeah.
H.264 is kind of a codec that is compressed. So it is like, it's not a huge file. You could use it for exporting on YouTube or Vimeo or something. It is like a very nice compression. I would always, if you want to publish it online, go for H.264. And if you want to have it like a very good quality, you go for H.265, which is the same thing. It just takes way longer to export.
Where is it?
All right. So, but we go now for H.264. We want a quick export. But like here, AEVC H.265. This one it's the same format, but takes more time to compress, and therefore it has like a higher quality. But it takes a lot longer to export. So then I would now go for definitely H.264 and press that.
You said something about H.265, right?
Yeah, like this is the same format kind of as the H.264 thing, but with higher quality. But we don't need it now because we're just exporting it quickly to upload on the.
Oh, this one. It's this one. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this has higher quality compression because it takes more rendering time.
Okay, so I exported it.
And then
you want me to send it to you, or what?
Exactly.
Do you mean?
But like just to explain to the others, we also have
sure.
a couple of settings. So there's like match source, high bitrate. There's a couple of things we can control. The one is kind of how big the video will be, right? If it's like HD, 4K, 8K. This is the resolution. And then we have the bitrate. And the bitrate would kind of be how many pixels are inside of that frame. So if we have a higher bit rate, we have also a higher resolution. Maybe we make a whole video on, or like a whole session just on the formats, because it's a big topic. But for now, all you need to make amazing films is export in H.264 and choose a high bit rate. If you publish online. That's how I do it with most of my films. Yeah, H.264 is amazing. And then we can just press export and yeah. Do you have questions to that? Does the dog have questions to that?
No.
Baran, Gift, what about you? Are you good?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
I'm good. Thank you.
What about you?
I'm great. Yeah, love this.
This is good.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in final yet, so I have to
Export. You press export.
this one, right?
Yeah.
This one here.
Yes.
How can I send it to you?
You have Google Drive?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it works, to be honest.
Okay, we transfer.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Which email address? Kolecki?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or no?
By the way,
Okay.
Melissa, could you get in touch with the actor in Düsseldorf that wanted to talk with you? Yeah? Did you have a call?
Yeah, it was a good call.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to meet and we brainstorm a little bit before that, and
Super
then
cool.
we meet and then we will see.
Perfect.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But we had a good chat. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like an actor that just joined, and she's also from the same area where Melissa is from, and she wants to build her acting portfolio and make like a film. Melissa wants to build her portfolio, so it makes totally sense to get them in touch. And yeah, but also for you,
Thank you again.
there is like this map, and wherever you are, there's a high chance that there are other people, or there will be other people in that area. Like, or at least in the near area, and then you can totally contact them. They will be super happy, or even like make a post inside the community, kind of, hey, I'm having this film idea. Would anybody be interested? Because probably like all of the people in there want to build their portfolio, make films, network. So that's a great thing. It's something that is so valuable to just have like a network of, I don't know, people that want to make films around you, because you can't make a film alone usually. You know, you need like somebody. And then, yeah, I think that's a really nice idea.
Yeah.
So.
It's still loading, I guess. 50%. I hope it works after that. Just 1 minute. 80%. Sorry, guys. Good quality takes time.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to note that I didn't have a gimbal and everything. So for Arena and the other guys. So that's why it's shaky and maybe not. I wasn't thinking about the scenes. So I just shoot a little bit to have a little bit of material. And that's what came out of the spontaneous. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the drone in the end. So, yeah.
I mean, that's already so much, no? Like a drone and like a super high-end camera that is making amazing footage.
It was maybe not the right or the correct Einstellung der Kamera. I don't know, like the
settings, yeah.
Settings, yeah. So I don't know if it's, a little bit off. Like sometimes because I didn't use a ND filter or something as well. So sometimes the light was too harsh, I guess. So it was a little bit off and then it was darker. So to balance this, maybe at some point ND filter or something like that will help.
At some point. But also,
yes, I know. But you know what I mean, right? Like this part here, where they, where is it? Like this one, like it's light, and then it gets darker, right?
Yeah. Did you have an automatic? Probably no. Automatic mode.
No, I just set everything up and then I just so I know auto ISO or something.
Okay.
It was just the focus is automatic, so I don't have to focus manually or something. But
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's true. The highlights are a bit blown out in that thing. But it's nothing that is like compromising the overall experience of the film. Yeah, I would have guessed that you have shot this one on automatic mode because the camera seems to adjust.
Maybe.
So it goes like from a bit higher and then it's like, oh shit, it's dark here. So it like turns down the aperture a bit.
Maybe. I mean, I said it like I didn't set the camera.
But also, it's better that film is like done, right? Than perfect. And like you just make every film a bit better, and then like usually like if you overexpose things, the information is lost. Then you have like if the highlights are blown, they're gone, and you can always like go from a bit too dark. I think we said it last time. That you can easily like push the colors a bit up. So you get more information from the dark to the light, but the light is usually gone. Yeah, so if you have like wrong settings, then rather a bit underexposed than overexposed. Yeah, never overexposed. Like that's, but underexposed, well, okay, we can push it up a bit.
Yeah, I sent you the video.
Perfect.
So you have it now. But yeah, I like the drone shots. It was fun. But I was a little bit scared as well because water was right next to the scene.
Did you get a confirmation link of the film, of the transfer?
Oh yeah. So
then can you send the the link to the chat so that everybody can download?
Yep. 1 second.
Sorry for interrupting.
Check. Yeah. Okay.
Here it is. Yeah, I'm downloading. Are you also downloading?
I'm trying to find access to the chat and then I'll download.
Cool. Also for the next weekly hangout next Tuesday, which is like at 7, would you have any topic that we could work on? Like anything that bugs you with camera settings, storytelling, maybe a specific project you have, getting clients, LUTs, whatever. Is there something? Then we could.
LUTs.
Yeah, we could do the color grading, and yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I will work on that, like on the video, because I want with the title, I would like to do the date and yeah, maybe the date or something, and maybe another. I don't know. Maybe I leave it like that, but maybe another.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. But I have another question. Wait, because I've seen it. Wait. Where is it now? Like this one. Because normally it's a little bit bigger so that you can see them more in the frame, right?
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, how was it again, like to move the or otherwise I'd have to rewatch the last video.
No, we can do that now.
As
So
well,
for the others,
because I want to know.
Yeah, so we have two different cameras. One is the drone, one is the camera that Melissa used for the handheld shots. And we created the project settings of the timeline by dragging and dropping the camera that she used handheld into the timeline. And then Premiere Pro asks you, do you want to have these settings? And you press yes, because there are so many settings, and the computer is just better at just like allocating the right settings to the right footage piece. And we use that with the settings that are mostly used in the video. So we have like 2 drone shots maybe, and we have like a lot of handheld. So we wanted the settings from that handheld shot. And what we did is maybe you can do it right now, Melissa. Can you create a new sequence by pressing like Datei, like what would be in English? Datei. In the top left, Datei, new sequence.
So Datei,
new sequence.
Sequence.
Yeah. And then just press OK. We will delete it after. And then drag and drop one of the drone shots maybe.
Yeah.
Plop. And then Premiere Pro asks you if you want to have change the settings. And we want
the ones who are already there, or if you want to change it.
We want to change them.
Oh, sorry. I just thought you mean you want to keep them.
How is the footage looking? Yeah, okay. But then we need to
change them.
Amazing. And now we have the drone settings. Because when you now press on if you play the video, or like go anywhere, play, and then you now we need to, you have like the 33. This is kind of how much the preview folder zooms in onto the, we need to go to 100% or like,
here.
yeah, einpassen. Yeah, like scale down to, no, it's 100, einpassen.
Einpassen.
Yeah,
Mhm.
now it's
Yeah.
the right setting, and also we don't have the crop. You would call
yeah.
it crop when you have like a mismatch of the footage resolution and the project settings. Think of it as a window. So the project settings are like a window. And then the footage is kind of, you can freely move that around. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit hard to explain, but it's like...
Yeah, because you can do it smaller. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, this would be kind of the window. And then you have like behind the footage, which you can change. You can like put it a bit up. So let's say, for example, we click that clip and then we go to Effect Settings, Effekteinstellungen. Next to Quelle.
Effekteinstellungen,
yeah. And then we go to scale up and down, so skalieren. And then you press there maybe like 150 or something. Yep. And then this is the footage which we can adapt, we can zoom it in, we can blur it out. But the project
is this the line like where you can...
Yep.
No, wait. Yeah? Where you can see the video in?
This, no. The line that you're having, it is a setting that Premiere Pro has, which is called like Save Titles. And it just helps you to, for example, put a text into the center. Or it used to come from a time where like you had like TVs that were round.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes at the round edges, the image was no more visible. Because it were like these curved TVs, right? Like the retro stuff.
And so you can find it like right,
yeah,
and then it's
Bereiche.
like safe area, maybe in
sichere
English?
Bereiche. Yeah, safe area. And like safe because all of the stuff that is like inside of the lines was always visible on these like retro
like
TVs.
This white line here. Yeah.
Yeah. But today it just comes in handy if you want to place a text to the middle. Yeah, or you want to maybe add like a you have a documentary film and then you want to have like a subtitle or something. And then you just push it always like on the line bit down, on the bottom line, so that you're like, okay, this is the right position for that. Questions?
No.
Yeah. So we figured out that once we have like footage inside this timeline, we can like push it up and down, scale it left and right, do like fancy stuff with it, and we can also add certain markers, which are called keyframes, which we could do now as an exercise to like do a scale in and out. If you go to the beginning of that clip, and then we click next to skalieren, there's like a little white circle. Straight, you have skalieren.
This one? No.
No, up.
What do you mean? Like
there's written Bewegung, position, skalieren.
Bewegen, position, skalieren.
And then next to that, if you go slightly left, that's right. Yep. Next to that, a bit right, slightly right. Yep.
This
Here we
one.
go.
Okay.
It's an animation marker, a keyframe. And now the program kind of remembers that at second 1:04, like minute 1, 4 seconds something, Melissa made a decision to have like an animation start here for scaling. And now when we go like, you can press play. Oh yeah, that's a long clip. Just go to the end
Yeah.
of it, or like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now we select the, like maybe 250 for scale, 250, just, no, next to, no,
Also there.
yes, up, skalieren, 250, just as an example.
20.
250 or 150, something else.
115 oder was sagst du?
250, so that it's like
Oh,
very
200.
obvious that we're doing something. Just, but you could, it's a, oh yeah, that's a lot, yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
Press enter, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see like a second little animation marker at that point. Do you see it, guys?
Yes.
No.
Top left, next to skalieren, there's this little funny Raute. Do you see it also,
This
Melissa?
one?
No? Yes, this one. This one.
Ah, okay.
And here the program now remembers that it needs to go on the scale size to 250%. So if you play the video now, like it zooms in here.
Okay.
And we could do the same
It
thing
starts.
with all the other settings. So we could, for example, spin it around 90 degrees if we wanted that for any reason. Or we could have the opacity like fade in and out. We could do that. That could be nice. We go again to the beginning and you press like Deckkraft, which is opacity, how transparent the video is. And we do the same. We go to transparency and press keyframe next to it. Yeah, you can go here to 0. 0. Yep.
Yeah, right.
And then when we create a keyframe again, by the same circle as with the scale thing, we go to, no?
No?
Almost. Like we just do the same thing. We go to the beginning of the video and then we want the program to remember that at this point it should have 0 opacity. That's why we press like that circle thing, which is an animation marker. And then we go to the end of the video or the mid, somewhere, and we press 100. Yep.
Now I get it, yeah.
Yeah, and then automatically like it creates this keyframe marker, which is great fun because yeah, you can, it's basically an animation. Like you could also have a text then go up and down or do like, yeah, or if you had like a photo of something or a PNG, maybe you could like animate that from the bottom up. Let's say a bird, for example. You have a photo of a bird and then you have that like go up and down. I think it's really fun. You could do so much with it. Yeah.
I could start my video like this, that it's getting from dark to a little bit lighter, like just at the beginning,
totally
right?
do that. Yeah.
Quick one.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Just as Melissa's asking now,
Yeah.
could that then, instead of maybe, I don't know, would it be the same function as a fade in? Would that be the same, or would you have to automate?
Yeah.
Would you manually have to do a keyframe one, the one that you had just explained with opacity, or would it serve the same purpose as just a fade in?
It is 100% the same purpose. Yeah, you have the fade in. This is kind of just like the effects are that. It's the same thing, but here we do it manually.
Okay.
Like the effects are just presets for that exact thing. And
Gotcha.
then maybe you have like a bit more control, but for something as simple as a fade in, it doesn't make any difference.
I'm back in 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. But we totally could do the same thing with having a fade in. Yeah, but I think it's just nice to know how it's like done, like manually and
Yes, like analog style. I think that's also very interesting. Because I'm learning, I think from the other what do you call it? Like the softwares. I'm on CapCut doing it mobile, and I see so many shortcuts that it has there. But the way you explain it, or even the way Melissa's asking questions to you, kind of informs that maybe the analog way is the way I'm learning now. Because there's so many shortcuts on these other things. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would really determine the editing program based on the project I want to do. If I want full control, I want to go to Premiere Pro. If I just want to have like a short Instagram reel and I'm not with a computer, I just have my phone, let's use CapCut, because then it's just simpler. But with Premiere Pro, like the things we're doing right now are like pretty basic, and that means that maybe Premiere Pro seems more complicated for simple tasks, but in the long run, if you want to work with moving image, you will have more control over what you want to do with it. So the CapCut thing is like a bit of a template thing that is like, it does the job for simple transitions, yes. But if you want to work with a narrative, or we want to have like slight grading that conveys like a emotion also, then CapCut will have a limit to some degree. But yeah, as I said, you can use any program for anything. And alternatively, we could go to like create like a transition with an effect on the end of that video. So if you go to the effect control, we go to Fenster, window.
This one?
Yes, Fenster, and then we go to Effekt.
Fenster means window. So.
Or Arbeitsbereich, yeah, Arbeitsbereich, and then we go to Effekte.
No.
Yes. But absolutely, you can do so much nowadays with also CapCut. I think it's probably a great tool, and same is true for DaVinci Resolve. Same is true for Premiere Pro. And then we go to Videoüberblendungen, and then Blende.
Audio?
No, sorry, I made a mistake. Video.
Video Effekte or like video Überblendung?
Yeah, Blende.
Blende.
Yeah, and then we have like a couple of pre-made presets.
Maybe I take this one.
Smooth transition.
So I have to drop it?
Yeah. Drag and drop it to the end.
Oh, to the end.
Oh no, actually we use Übergang zu Schwarz. Übergang zu Schwarz, yeah. Because the fade you would have between two different scenes, and then to the end of that.
Oh, to the end.
Yeah.
No, wait. I don't know how to. No, I can't do anything, wait.
Again.
It's not doing anything.
Are you selecting?
Because it's black already. I don't know what I've done. Look, this is whatever.
No,
I can't do anything anymore.
I think you just need to select it.
Wait, maybe I. I'm not able to.
I think you are 100% able. You just need to select it and then drag and drop it to the end of the video clip. And here.
But where? Like this?
Here.
Like.
Drag it and now let it drop.
No. Wait.
Yep, here. You see the
Oh, yeah.
symbol changing.
Yeah.
Maybe zoom a bit in to the clip.
No, wait. I had something like that. I don't know what you mean. Like I drop it, but it's not. Nothing is working, right? Or it's not.
Here, yeah.
Yeah. And then nothing happens.
Maybe shorten the clip a bit. I think it happens, we just don't see it. So if you press plus in the timeline, then you will zoom in a bit. Press the plus button. Plus, plus, plus. Or scroll into the timeline with your mouse.
You mean that?
Yeah, can you now press plus on your keyboard? Yeah, plus, 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 plus. And here we have the, it was just, the clip is so long that we did not see it because we have like, I don't know, 10 minutes of the drone shot, but the transition duration is just like a couple of seconds. Now we have added like a fade to black.
Okay.
And we could also like make that shorter or longer by pressing at the end of the transition and click. Yeah, here, click, and then, yeah, exactly. We can...
Yeah, just move it around.
Yeah, and like what we see like going up and down here is just a keyframe. Right, we have like this little... Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This little pipe or something. And this like just a keyframe. Yeah, that got
I
a bit
can
like...
use that for the end as well, right? Like, bye-bye.
Yeah, you could do that.
Couple.
And there's the same effect also, fade to white, and yeah, but it's probably the same in DaVinci, in CapCut. It's a super simple transition.
Yeah.
What we want to remember for that is that you fade to black when you have a new scene starting. So you want your audience to know that some location is changing. Okay, we fade to black. Or we introduce a scene, okay, we go from black to color. On the other hand, when we have, for example, like a morphed transition or like, you know, these fades, like a film fade, then we are like kind of still in the same space. But like a fade to black means, okay, curtains closed, something new is coming in theater kind of. So it is like a, yeah.
Can you do more? Like, for example, I don't know, maybe this one?
Yeah, you can
before
do these.
that?
No, you can't, but like you could do if you do a cut on the film. So remember, we're again at the editing table and we slice a scene. We can do that by pressing the cut. Maybe do it a bit more in the middle, because if it's too close, then...
Yeah.
And then we could drag and drop the film blender, which is a transition.
Okay, now I get it. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it will show...
No,
You
I
need
don't know,
two
film
different clips for that. Like you need two different clips for that. So if you drag and drop maybe a shot from the other camera to that, then we could have like a transition.
Oops. Where are the materials? Wait.
I think they are like, you can, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, if you can zoom out a bit, then you, by pressing minus. And if you want to make a transition, then the two clips need to be on the same video layer.
Okay.
So they need to be next to each other, and then you can make the transition. Yeah.
Und Minus ist so blöd, ne?
Yeah. Then you can get a better overview. Yeah, exactly. And then like between the two, you could like then, exactly, you can press plus a bit.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
And then maybe go
And
to,
then,
to the left cut. Yeah, because now here you have already like or you delete the film blender. If you delete that one, then you can add a new one. Yep. I think now you use Command Z for back, and then just select the transition.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then drag and drop the. Yep. And now we have like a smooth transition. And as you can see, when we fade to black, really then we think, ah, yes, it's over. Or like something new starts after. But when we have like this smooth transition, then it still keeps us in the same space, kind of.
Yeah, that's good. Because it's soft, like as it says. Okay.
Yeah, that was just a short overview of working with transitions.
Mm-hmm. But I think I can already use them, like for the video, like when I work on them.
I think it looks great already, yeah. My approach to transitions is always to not make them too visible, but that's my personal approach. I like that kind of the editing is in the background and kind of the focus is on the story. So that like you don't think like, oh, okay, yeah, there's a transition. And then again, like maybe some sparkles come up, like, and then, yeah, so, but this is my approach, and yeah.
But how, like for this case now, like, do you drag them a little bit longer or just shorter, or like, or do you just delete that one, just do the black one?
I would.
You know what I mean? Like
what I would do is just delete the whole sequence, because this was just a short test with the framing. Where
I know. But I mean, because for me now it looks a little bit better because of the transition, but
yeah, I think it works.
Otherwise,
really nice.
I don't.
I think it works great because we have the drone from the top, then we have a smooth transition that is then showing the same scene from the front. So I think that transition like accidentally works super nice.
Yeah, okay. I thought this is too much already. Like, so I tried to ask you like what could help now to just make it a little bit smoother then. But it looks nice, I think.
I really like it. Maybe have the couple a bit longer in the end because they fade out.
Yeah.
It's a short marriage in the film. We want to have it long, right?
It's a wrong scene, I guess, because the other scene is like that the camera goes backwards, so you can see them from near, and then the drone flies away. So this is another shot, like it was in the middle or something. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit the end on the right on the correct video is a little bit different to this one, so it makes more sense because it's reversed or something, like, you know.
But we can quickly redo this. For now, I would go back to the timing of our of the audio, and everybody watched the film with sound so far, yeah?
No, I haven't yet. I've just been on here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
langsam zurückgehen. Und so war die Vorfreude.
Okay.
Zweifel langsam zurückgehen. Und so war die Vorfreude. Hey, are you done, Irina?
Sorry.
Did you watch the film?
No, not yet. I just didn't really understand what's going on.
Okay, so no, I thought like I watched it and I finished it, and I think like I really like the overall thing, and obviously it's a rough cut, so we have like with the audio we need to fix a couple of things. Also with the rhythm of the edit we need to fix a couple of things, because the music is faster than the editing. So yeah, I could share my screen recently.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah. Can you see the video playing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this part, for example, the editing has this guitar beat like ding 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 ding. But we see like this scene, for example, a lot, while the editing continue, like the sound is just faster. We have a guitar riff playing here. This like so. How I would edit it now is I would just use the music as a sound line, because it's the most dominant piece. Right? It's like our red thread is the sound, because we enter through the sound. It starts like. And then I would find the a nice rhythm for the audio, and then use these markers as a guideline for my editing. And then watch it again. Like I won't go so much into the audio issues, because, for example, we have like a guitar as the music, and then that guy also plays the guitar, which is like, yeah, but we are editing it right now. So all of these things, they are like, yeah, we did not even solve them yet. But the next step I would solve is just fix the rhythm of the music. Right? Let's think of these waves, right? We have the first wave, just get rid of the footage, reduce the material, And then what we're doing now would be to set the pacing for the editing. And that is super easily done by you, Melissa, when you just go through the edit and decide for yourself, because it's your edit, when you feel like there's a good cut to make. And have in mind that the music is kind of fast-paced. And if we want a slower pace, we need another music. But we can't ignore the music so much. Because it's just so, you know, when you are in a concert and then it has like such a big effect on you. And that's the same for watching that film. We are just like, okay, now the music is the, guides my rhythm, kind of. So I will unshare.
I get the point with where the man was standing, because it's a little bit slower, but the music is still going on. But I like the music because of the beginning. It was slow because of the drone, and then, you know, because of the
I like it too.
gas.
Yeah. Just saying, then.
So I don't know how to fix that because I don't have more material, right? So,
can you hear my audio actually when I play?
Yeah, a little bit.
You can?
It's a little bit sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so then I just played.
But we can't see.
Yeah, so you could edit to a couple of things in that audio piece. There's the guitar that has kind of the rhythm of the chord, but then there's also like a higher tone, which is like the ding 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 ding. And it could be nice to select one of the two layers inside of that audio piece as your guideline to when you make the cuts. And that does not mean it has to follow through on that. You can also break that rule, but just establish like a general, okay, this is kind of where we do the cut now. So when we now go to the other scene, the timeline inside of, this is the new sequence, but we also have an editing timeline, which is called Schnitt, right? Edit, that we could open.
Oh yeah, but I have to, how can I close it or delete it?
You can just, select the sequence 1 and press delete. Yeah.
Secret one.
Left in the further left, Ablage footage, and then
here.
And then down you press on sequence 1 and delete that one. Yep, almost down. No, down. Bit no.
I don't know.
Not
I can't see it.
Okay, here sequence 1. You have 3 drone shots, and then you have sequence 1.
Oh, here.
Yeah, and then delete it.
And then,
plop.
Like command or just
delete.
the like what? Okay.
And then we
got it.
Edit. We open Schnitt.
Where is it?
The project.
Oh, there.
Yep. Double click. Almost. No. Yep. Here. Click double.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
I don't know why it's so small now, but
can you drag and drop the audio piece from A3 to A2 so that we can see the audio wave better?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, the green audio line, just push it up one level. Like
this one?
Yeah, this one, just, exactly. Push it to A2, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could even make it bigger a bit by, no?
I don't know why this is now above, like, right?
Yeah, almost.
Sorry. What?
Don't worry, like so many buttons and stuff. Yeah, you could, yeah, that's good. Leave that. And then at the right side of the editing timeline, I sent a photo. That's easier. On WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can close this one as well here, right?
Yeah, you could, or you go to Fenster window and press another, because I think we're still in the effects thing. We go to Bearbeitung, which is editing or something. Yep.
Okay.
And so what we want to do now is to analyze the audio wave. Yeah, exactly. That's it almost, but you just go to the one, yes, the one below. Nope. Yes, this one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then scroll down a bit so that we can see it in the audio. Yep. So, what is this audio wave telling us?
So the cut is not right.
No,
Kind of.
there's no right and wrong in that,
Mm-hmm.
but like it might make sense a lot of the times to edit where we have like a peak or something.
Mm-hmm.
That is like a 90% sure thing that there might be a good cut. But the good thing is you don't need to make a cut because it's ultimately your decision. But like it just makes sense to cut on beats is probably. So let's play it once.
Mm-hmm.
Plop. Yep. And then
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to make the cut like a bit after the direct line. So you would maybe have like a couple frames after the cut. So where you have the marker already made is a really nice cut for this scene. So we just go a bit. I think that seems to be the beginning of the shot, so you can't extend it, but you could push it a bit to the left.
No, how can I?
You can select it and then push it a bit to the left.
It's not working.
It is, don't worry, it will work. You just need to click in the middle of it. Like just
like
here.
it's marked, right? And then
No, but I think the clip you have, like it's straight at the beginning, so you can't extend it. It seems like there is no more footage before that. So what we need to do instead is push it a bit. Yeah, man. Gift, see you soon. Yeah, it was so nice to have you. Gift is leaving. He needs to go. Yep.
Okay.
And see you next week maybe or sometime. Have fun. Yep, he's already gone. Yeah. Anyway, then I can send him the recording and perfect cut. Super nice. And now I would even go so far to set like an in point where we know that our edit is done. So you go just to the beginning of that clip and then you press E for in, E, yes. And then we know, okay, like solved, we can move on. So we do the same thing again. We press play and we're like, okay, where's this shot ending? Plop. And
like a little bit backwards, right? Like here somewhere. Right.
You could go again to the beginning of the clip. Just at the beginning of the clip, yeah. Press play and close your eyes. And press M for marker when you want the clip to be edited.
No. Right. Again.
Yep. And now do this again. And one more time. Okay.
It's somewhere here, right?
Yeah, I would make the cut then straight there. And you were balancing a bit between straight on the cut and a bit after the cut, which is perfect. Because then we can just do it a bit after the cut. Like just slightly, yeah.
Like here?
Yeah, it's just less shocking if we have it like not directly on the cut, but like a bit after. So that just kind of I think your eye is a bit slower than your ear. And then when you like hear the change, but your brain needs more time to get the light into your brain somehow. And so the eyes are slower than the ear. And that's why it's nice to have a bit, just a slight second in between. Yeah.
Perfect. How can I put the beginning of this scene now in the beginning of this scene, right? Do you know what I mean? Because I just cut it somewhere.
Yeah. So there are two ways. One is you select it and just push it up a bit in the V2 layer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You could do that, or there's a tool for that, which is under the razor shape, where you can push it left and right. Yeah.
Under the razor shape.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, I try to.
Yeah, and then you can now push it to the beginning. Yeah.
But how? Okay.
Yeah.
It worked.
Perfect.
And now I put the in marker here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We could do that. It's just like an overview for us to know where we are, so that you just don't get crazy with all of these markers, right? Yeah.
1 second.
And you could even could even again close your eyes and.
This was good, like this one, but then the music is still going on and the slower scene comes in, so I don't know what to do with this one.
Would it be a nice moment to show some photos?
Maybe, yeah.
Because we have like kind of a fast rhythm. And the fast rhythm would allow us to drop these photos there.
Then right.
Also, it would surprise us a bit, because then you're like, oh, something new, nice, right?
But where can I put this scene? Maybe at the beginning? No. Maybe here instead of the shares, because the share thing. No, it's not working with them.
I have an idea what we could do. So, which scene do you want to replace first of all?
Yeah, I mean the share scene is a little bit because of the. Ich habe das in hochkant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different format, so we have the black bars on the. Yeah.
I mean, I like it because of the, but I have photos for that as well, kind of, that you can see in the the place?
I think you have more of the whole film if you bring it to an end and then we make these decisions. Because now we set kind of the end point, after that. So let's just ignore this for now. And then later when you feel like that scene is out of place, our goal is to finish the film and then we do changes. But like, that would be my idea that where the end point is, we just like go on and we stick to the decisions we made, because let's think of it as a film that we can just cut once. And then it's like, okay, done. So, because you can always have a different edit. And it will never be perfect. And that's the beauty of it, because there's no perfect edit. It's just like the thing you made with it. Like a painting, right? You make like a painting and then, okay, that's what it is. And then you make the next one. So, yeah, also trusting the decisions you've had before, because like, I think the chairs there, they work really nice. And then later, once we finish the whole film, we can like see if we stick to it. But I would do like one version that so let's just go on with the next cut.
Yeah, this is like tricky, because photos are missing and this scene is quite long. And I would like to concentrate on this, but it's...
Yeah, my idea would be that there are a lot of scenes of the couple with the guitar. So that's of course the wedding film, but it could be nice to spice that scene up with some photos or even drone shots of the restaurant. So if we just have, we mix up some scenes. But Irina, what is your idea?
I don't really know. I mean, I've seen the video. I watched it with the sound. I think with the photos would be nice as well. Yeah. Or maybe, as you said, like changing to some other clips, like from the restaurant or from somewhere else. I don't know if you have any shots. So yeah, I think it will be good.
Yeah, and what we can do to not risk the edit we have is we just do a short experiment and we go to the sequences and we copy our Schnitt, the editing timeline. No, just in the project folder, there's like our sequence somewhere. Yeah, sequence is perfect. And we clone that. We go on right click, copy. Yep, kopieren. Yeah, and we call that, and then paste. You need to paste it also. Yeah, and then put it into sequence. We call it like Schnitt, maybe mixed scenes or something.
Yeah.
Or however you want to call it also, right? Like
I don't know.
It does not matter. It's just so that we differentiate between, it's not our main edit, it's like some experiment. That's it. And then we drag and drop that to sequences so that we have an old, like yep, there we go, yep. So we have like an overview. Oops. And then now we can like experiment a bit with, maybe zoom a bit out so that we can see the whole clip.
Oh, zoom out?
Yeah,
yeah. Something like that. What do you mean, like make it smaller? Not working.
I just press minus maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this happens then.
bit plus, yeah. And then we can like bring some of the scenes that might work a bit to the beginning. So let's think. Can we watch the film from the beginning? Maybe even before the people come, it could be nice to have a drone.
I have a wait. I don't know where the parking lot and everything was filmed as well, I guess, but I don't know where it is. Maybe I have it. Wait, here. Oh, here, I get it. Oh, wait. So instead of the shares, you mean, or?
No, I love the chairs actually. I just think before the people walk in.
Okay, right. So I make it a little bit shorter?
No. We could also push the other clips a bit back.
But here is the music perfect for the people coming in.
Okay, so you like that shot. Okay.
Because it's slow and then, people come in, so the music is a little bit happier. So that's quite good, I think. But
okay. Yeah.
But this is correct that this is slower and the music is still happy, so that's what I don't like anymore.
Okay, then let's try to have instead of the chairs the drone. Yeah.
But maybe this. Wait. Oh, no, wait. Let me check. Oops. I'm not doing it perfectly, but it will work, I guess.
This is also nice, I think. You're having like, these cut scenes where you have like left an image, right an image.
Wait. I will do it like this. Easy. Sorry, it looks like. Is it not cutting? Like, I thought when you do this, it cuts. Or do I have to go until
It does.
Like
it's
here.
just a long clip.
Yeah, okay. Now I get it. Okay.
Yo, Baran, you're back.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're still killing it. Yeah. What have we done so far, Melissa? We were since
Happy birthday, Jones.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, there's another person, I think. Hey there. Yeah. Nice to see you. I don't think your microphone is on, but we're editing a film right now. Melissa shot a wedding and we are in the process of doing the rust cut, which is already pretty decent. So yeah, if you can hear me, drop a comment or something, or turn on your camera if you want. Yeah. And what we just discussed right now was that we bring in a bit of variety in the footage we select, because we have like one sequence where we see the people going to the wedding, and then we have the couple getting married, and we have the guitarist playing, and we thought maybe we can spice that up a bit. So we're just a bit more surprised by adding some photos that Melissa shot, because she started the whole project by making actually a photo gig, and then she's making her first wedding film right now, and therefore she just made a short 2-minute film testing her skills, and it looks amazing. And yeah, that leads us...
Melissa?
Yeah, sorry.
Is this your wedding video?
Say it again?
Wedding.
Yeah, but it's not her wedding. She's the wedding videographer. Yeah, but it's hers. Yes.
Okay. My English is...
Don't worry. Yeah.
No, I just didn't hear the sound of it.
I'm so sorry.
No,
No,
don't be
it's
sorry.
fine.
All cool.
We can understand each other.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And if you have complex stuff, just put it into ChatGPT or DeepL and post it. Yeah, we can read it in the chat.
Why is it black?
And also Canva, if you want, there's the WeTransfer link to the whole film with audio. If you want to, download it and share your opinions on that. But we're doing pretty good on that one. Yeah. And also what we did, we set like markers for the audio. So all of these yellow things you see there is markers.
Markers, sure.
Nice to hear you, man.
But I deleted the drone shots, the other drone shots. So I don't know what happened.
Well, we could also, because I remember that towards the ending of our clip, we have like a lot of drone shots. We could take one of them and bring it to the beginning. Right, if you just go straight to the end of that video, we could find one of these drone shots for sure.
It's hard for me to concentrate because I'm a little bit... Oh, hello?
If I may ask, what is the name of the app? Is it the app or just a...
Yeah,
it's Premiere Pro.
Yeah, Adobe Premiere Pro it is, yeah. You can also use it on Windows.
Oh, okay.
What are you editing
all right.
What is your program of choice?
Canva. Actually, I'm just new in the industry, so I'm just still want to learn some stuff. Yeah.
I can send you the recording of this call, because in the beginning we kind of like we're talking about how you can edit in any program. It does not really matter. Like you can drive with any car. Some are faster, some are slower, some are bigger, some are a bit broken, some are more expensive, some are cheap. Yeah. What editing program do you currently use? Do you use any?
No, not yet.
What kind of films would you like to make?
Because I have my own podcast, so I was looking for the editing. So I thought I should make my own editing. So I saw this opportunity to just
Great decision. What's your podcast about?
It's a Word of the Day podcast. It's about encouragement to people outside, all over the world.
So it's like a motivational podcast.
Yeah, kind of, but it's a biblical It's a biblical podcast.
I see.
It's a Christian life podcast.
I see. And you
Yeah.
want to publish it on YouTube?
Yeah, I was to, but we started our channel because we lost the first channel. Yeah, so we still have to shoot the video, the first episode of the video.
It might take a
So,
long
yeah.
time and be difficult to make this.
Yeah, it does take a lot of time because I'm still also using people's equipment. I don't have my own equipment yet. I'm still depending, so I'm not an independent hoster yet. Yeah.
But everything good takes time. And like we discussed it today
Yeah,
before, Melissa said it, good things need time. And if you want to grow a YouTube channel, it's a great way to have like a long-term source of leads, of like potential clients, of people that share your same values. And I think definitely it will take 2 years of
YouTube channels.
constant work. Like I think you need to invest 2 years and upload weekly 1 video. And then there's, see the feedback, but there's no way this won't work. And I think it's definitely worth it because YouTube is only getting bigger and bigger, and it's the biggest search engine people are using. So
Sure.
I would go all in on YouTube. Yeah. And in terms of editing programs, it does not matter. My advice to you would be make the films in a way that you don't need a single edit. So just do a podcast and just like post the whole thing, because when you're starting out that podcast thing and you don't have a team, then make it as simple as possible. Just talk in a way that you don't need an edit and publish it straight.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Editing is when Melissa is like developing just a super lucrative skill because not everybody can do it. And that's what she's getting then paid for. But if you just want like to edit your videos for your own podcast, then just make it in a way that you don't need an editor. Speak well, speak interestingly, make it short, make it sweet, publish on YouTube straight away from the camera. Use good audio, use good lighting.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but how can I copy this again, because it's not working? Because I deleted a lot from the copied snit we made. So I deleted it and I wanted to copy that again.
Yes. So
to play around this.
What I would do is I would go straight to the end of the editing. So you just scroll to the right and then you select,
E.
Press press play and go a bit after. Play. Yeah. Bit after, so there's some space. Just press play. Leertaste. Yeah, and then bit further maybe. Just have fun.
Like this?
Yeah, so that you just know it's not part of the edit, right? Just like separate them a bit. So like, okay, this is something else. Yeah, push it here. And then Command and V. Command V.
Oh, no. I think you don't know what I mean, right? Like, because of we copied this earlier. So I was deleting it. Yeah. So because I deleted a lot in this copied file or copied. So I wanted to copy that again, but it's not working like I remembered, like to right click.
Okay, this one you want to copy. So you just press copy, kopieren, yes, kopieren.
But it was, okay, yeah.
And then Command V, here, einfügen.
Yeah, but there was more space, so that's why I'm a little bit like, okay.
Here we go.
You know what I mean? Like I could click
in. It was not possible to click something. Yeah.
And now?
Now.
I have to. Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah. But why do you want to copy it actually? Like,
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Sorry. You heard me. Okay. Yeah. I have to. I can't see it properly because it's moving around a lot. Because when I do left or right, it moves. Because at the beginning it wasn't like that. But we moved something here. Can you fix it again? Like that it stays like this when you do this? You know what I mean?
yeah, I think it's just
Because my laptop pad is
Yeah.
very sensible.
No, I think that
Yeah.
always happened actually. But what happened now is that we scaled it in a bit. So when you scale it out, like, we go again to no, not the scale, we go to
Yeah.
the right, yeah, but then you can go, yes, squeeze that down, yeah, and now it won't like do that. And you can do the same thing for the one in the bottom. And then you can push left and right without stress. Yeah.
I do it?
Yep.
Okay, now I get it. Okay, now I know what happened. All right. So when you see the pictures, kind of, or the videos, then it will move a lot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm tired a little bit, so my concentration is not best anymore. So we have the drone shot somewhere here. So I do the plus. But it was a very long drone shot. That's the problem. I have to do it on this side, right? Because otherwise I will delete the other drone shots, right?
Yes, or
At the end.
you could also press like before you enter it like in and out so that you don't have the full clip in it.
Okay, wait. I will try it. So when I delete it.
Yeah, or you press Command Z and just go back.
Oh yeah, okay. And then
double click first and then press in and out where you want to. Just double click on DJI thing. No, bit left here. Yes, double click. Yeah, you already selected, and then we go up to the preview monitor on the left.
This one?
Yep, and we select the shot that we want.
Like somewhere here.
Yep.
How can I do it?
Also,
like, wait.
It doesn't really matter so much because we just don't want the whole clip in it. So just select like a bit and then in and out. And then
But is it C?
E, I.
I?
Yep. And then give it a bit of space. Yep. And
wait, I just have a look. Yeah, okay. Okay, out. Okay. And now it's short.
yep.
Oops, wait. Oopsie. No. Wait. So this is now shortened, but it's still long on here, right?
Yeah, but not so long.
Yeah,
It's a bit
okay.
shorter.
Oop. Okay, let me check. Oh, without the people, it has to. Am I doing it right? Do you know what I mean? You know?
Without the people.
Yeah. Is it too short? Because it earlier it was working. I don't know what I'm doing here. The thing is, I don't know. Looks a little bit different to when I started.
Can you press from the beginning, like what we are?
Yeah, now it's.
Yeah, just push it to the beginning and. Yeah. And then let's see.
No, it's a wrong video or something because it was like going a little bit over the parking lot.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit longer, so that's why I'm a little bit irritated. Like, but I thought this was the one.
I would really go back to the idea of leaving the chairs and continuing the video at the end point. I think it helps us to finish it once and then we can still replace shots.
Okay.
Because what we're doing right now, we're being like super perfectionist on like one specific scene when we don't have the whole picture yet. Maybe we decide to choose a different song at some point and then who knows. So what I would do is like press Command ZZ till we, and then take the chairs again to the beginning so that we just remove that scene and have the chairs like they were. And
yeah.
And then we focus on getting the pacing for the editing right, which is already on such a good way. Actually, I figured like the markers, they're the same in the in and out points, down and the top, yeah.
Yeah, there is one, but I don't know why. I'm still not happy with the middle part because it's like too, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, between the guitar players, we need some variety, we need some photos. I would also swap these clips. So one guitar player and the drone. If you go back, I would put the shot of the guitar player after the clip, so swap them, because they're so close. We have like yeah. So if we go, here, and then the next one, a bit further, I would swap these clips, I think.
No, I don't get, like, I don't like this, that after this clip, the guitar player comes, because it's a new scene, right? Like the venue.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But then I would shorten it a bit, the guitar player.
Yeah, this is like what we are talking about, like the middle part is not right because of, where is it? like at some point I would like to hear this part. Wait. I would like to zoom in at some point, like hear something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I need more photos that it's really like it makes more sense instead of just two. Und achso, wir können eigentlich auf Deutsch reden wieder, oder?
Ja,
Sind wir
können wir.
allein?
Und auch was wir noch brauchen, ist einmal die Marker bis zum Ende durchmachen. Also dass alle Marker einmal gesetzt sind.
Ja,
dann
genau.
haben wir
Und dann werde ich da auch wahrscheinlich ein bisschen besser durchblicken. Ne?
Dann sehen
und
wir
ich schaue
einfach,
nochmal die.
Ja, wie der Edit dann ausschaut vom Sound her. Zack, 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 zack,
Und
zack, 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 zack. Ja.
Und ich glaube, ich habe nämlich auch noch. Weiß nicht, ob das überhaupt was geworden ist, aber ich habe, glaube ich, auch noch von innen drin ein bisschen was auf einer Speicherkarte gefunden.
Oh, that's also really nice.
Ach, was ist denn das hier wieder? I don't know, something like that, or I don't know if this is too dark. Oh yeah, this is nice, I guess, because it's darker, but it has to go to the end then. And slower and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe I can, put some of these scenes somewhere as well.
I think that's a great idea. And then, we can add more variety.
I don't know why I put the shares up like the phone, like, I don't know why.
Why not?
But yeah.
Yeah, why not?
No, but the format is killed then, because this is ich rede schon wieder auf, das ist ja Hochformat und das ist jetzt quer und deswegen ist es ja dann scheiße. Ach ja, keine Ahnung. Aber ich werde das nochmal durchgucken. Und dann
Ja,
mal
genau.
gucken.
Also was gut wäre bis zum nächsten Mal, dass du die Marker einmal alle setzt, so wie du das Gefühl hast. Und
okay, ist der Shot. Der ist ein bisschen länger.
Ja,
Ups.
Und alle Shots, die du noch zusätzlich einfügen willst, mach eine neue Sequenz. Also erstelle eine neue Sequenz und nennen sie Additional Footage oder sowas. Okay?
Weil dann haben wir einmal das alte und einmal das neue, oder was meinst du?
Weil danach können wir die Timelines eine oben, eine unten haben und die Clips einfügen. Machen wir das gleich. Wenn du zu Premiere Pro gehst und auf Datei neue Sequenz klickst.
Natürlich, machen wir hier, damit ich hier. Ja. Datei neue Sequenz. Warte, wo war denn das?
Ganz oben neu.
Ich sehe das nicht. Oder meinst du hier?
Hast du schon mal gemacht. Ganz oben, ganz oben. Datei, neu.
Ach so, neu, ja, deswegen Sequenz. Ich habe das nicht gesehen.
Und dann Additional Footage.
Du meinst das benennen, ne?
Ja.
Ah, okay. Ja. Upsi. Oh mein Gott, ich kann nicht mehr schreiben. Hier wird ein Additional geschrieben. Ich kann nicht mehr denken, Jonas. Ich bin durch.
Ja, also es ist noch eine Minute und dann, du hast das so gut gemacht. Also.
Ja, aber heute war irgendwie ein bisschen anstrengender als das letzte Mal. Letztes Mal, obwohl das sehr viele mehr Informationen zum Teil waren, war ich ein bisschen klarer vom Kopf
Ja,
her.
man ist nicht immer gleich.
Ich nenne das jetzt einfach auf Deutsch.
Ja.
Okay. Zusätzlich. Du meinst Material, ne? Oder wie?
Ja, zusätzliches Material, ja. Und dann kannst du die Sequenz auswählen und oben, warte mal. Ja, jetzt haben wir aber auch wirklich lang gemacht, also kein Wunder, dass du da müde bist. Ja, aber ich
Ja,
glaube, wir
letztes
haben,
Mal war auch 3 Stunden
wir
oder
haben
so.
wirklich
Aber
viel durchgenommen. Wir haben das mit dem Timing gemacht. Wir haben Sequenzeinstellungen gemacht und Formate, was super anstrengend ist. Also wir haben viel getackelt, was wirklich wichtig ist. Und
was meinst du jetzt mit Sequenz? Also habe die ja jetzt erstellt, ne?
genau.
Und unten.
Da steht Schnitt, Schnitt und dann zusätzliches Material, ne?
Schnitt.
Warte mal kurz, wir machen das anders. Ich zeige es dir auf meinem Computer.
Ja.
Okay, ich teile den Bildschirm und dann, geht ganz schnell. Also,
Ja, alles gut.
so, siehst du, ne?
Mhm.
Okay, ich gehe auf Datei, neue Sequenz, erstelle eine Sequenz, nenne die Test und dann gehe ich nochmal auf Test 2. Jetzt habe ich hier 2 Sequenzen, links und rechts.
Ah, okay.
Und ich kann
Ah,
sie hier
okay.
so andocken. Und dann habe ich hier oben eine Sequenz und unten eine Sequenz.
Mhm.
Das heißt, wenn ich da das einfüge, habe ich das oben und nehmen wir an, hier wäre das untere. Und jetzt, hier sind deine neuen Clips, die du einfügen willst. Und unten sind die Clips, die du schon geschnitten hast, wo du aber einfach noch, ja, eigentlich schon einen stabilen Edit hast und nicht mehr so viel ändern willst. Dann kannst du einfach oben in die Sequenz gehen und sagen, okay, die Drohne brauche ich hier und dann drag and drop ich die mir runter. Weißt du?
Mhm.
Und so musst du nicht so immer nach links und rechts scrollen, sondern kannst von oben dein gesamtes Material auswählen, ganz entspannt und dann das in deinen Edit reinlegen.
Ah, okay.
Ja. Genau, und das können wir das nächste Mal dann machen.
Mhm. Ja, ich versuche so gut wie es geht, da irgendwie das schon mal so wie ich denke halt zu machen. Und dann können wir ja gucken, was noch verändert werden muss.
Also kein Problem, wenn du dann einfach immer schaust, tschack, tschack, auf dem Bauch hörst, wann der Schnitt sein soll, dann ist es perfekt. Das ist so eine einfache, gute Sache. Einfach mal Augen zumachen und tschack, okay, da ist der Schnitt und dann bleibt er auch da. Ja.
Mhm. Ja.
Und dann machen wir es einmal ganz fertig und dann, wenn du das Gefühl hast, vielleicht doch den Stuhlshot raus, können wir das machen, wenn wir den Film einmal fertig haben.
Okay.
Yes.
Jo, macht Sinn, ja.
Ich bedanke mich für heute. Es hat richtig viel Spaß gemacht. Ich habe es sehr genossen, den Film mit dir zusammen zu schneiden und ja, freue mich aufs nächste Mal.
Ja, ich mich auch auf jeden Fall. Und ich versuche das auf jeden Fall mal ein bisschen hier weiterzubringen. Das heißt dann nächstes Mal, dass man da irgendwie noch, wie gesagt, mit dem Color Grading oder irgendwas anderem eher weitermachen kann.
Ja, Color Grading, Titelanimationen, vielleicht noch bei dem Sound ein bisschen was feilen, dass wir ein paar Soundeffekte reinmachen und dann ist es ein wunderbarer Film.
Oder die Geschwindigkeit nochmal. Vielleicht versuche ich auch anzupassen. Bei dem einen oder anderen nochmal ein bisschen langsamer, bei dem anderen so lassen oder so. Keine Ahnung. Muss ich mal gucken.
Und wenn du dazwischen Fragen hast, schreib mir einfach.
Ja, okay, mache ich.
Okay. Bis
Danke
bald.
dir.
Schönen Abend.
Ja, gleichfalls.
Tschüss.
Ciao.